Don't use a cat.
Carrie is a good dancer.
You did? Oh, you have, oh my goodness. You danced so cute last night. My goodness. Oh, you're just cute girl. How are you, Joshua? I know it. I haven't seen you either. Cute. I'm going to try something on over here. Okay?
The bad news. And I'm going to have to be thinking as I am doing my work in my good and bad book about who I'm going to leave my bucket of coal with tonight. Why, thank you. Now, you listen that old Santa does leave coal for children that aren't doing as well as they should. And I don't leave coal like I used to, but I leave candy that looks like coal. Because, you know, I had some children eat some of that coal one time. And how do you think they felt?
Great.
Great. If it was candy, huh? Well, I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to sit it right there. And I'm going to listen to what you have to tell old Santa Claus before I decide who deserves the coal. And I know there's 2 boys here tonight that are going to share those honors.
2 boys.
2 boys.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to get in my good and bad book. And you know, just like every year when I come to your house, before we get into the good and bad, you know what old Santa likes to do every year?
What?
You tell me what I like to do. What?
Sing Jingle Bells.
Sing Jingle Bells. That's right. Okay, so can everyone help me sing Jingle Bells?
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got to sing big and loud, all right? Okay. Dashing through the snow in a white open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. My word, you deserve the award for the loudest singer. Let's give her a big hand, okay?
Courtney.
Oh, Courtney sings so well and loud, doesn't she? Old Santa was really happy with Courtney. Well, I'm going to start with Seth. All right, Seth, let's back up just a little bit, kids. And Seth, I want you to come right over here. Now, let me see what I've got about you. You've got to try a little harder to get along with 3 people. Mom, Debbie, and Joshua. Now, is that going to be tough for you to do, Seth? You think you'll be able to do that? Okay. Now, I understand just like every year you're doing really well at school and doing well in gymnastics. Is that right?
Yeah.
Let's see, you won 3rd place in state in a gymnastics meet, didn't you? Say, why don't you tell me a little bit about this girlfriend? I understand that you have a girlfriend and her name is Melissa. Is that right?
Yeah.
My word, what do you guys think of Seth having a girlfriend? I think it's kind of silly too, isn't it? What do you think, Seth? Is it kind of fun? Well, wait till you grow up to really have a girlfriend, okay? It's nice to have friends that are girls, but we don't need girlfriends yet, do we? Well, tell me, Seth, what would you like for Christmas? Okay. electronic battleship game. And that's all. That's a pretty good list, isn't it?
I only have.
Well, I'll see what I can do for you, Seth. And you tell me whether you've been good or whether you've been bad. 50-50. All right. Now let me put 50-50 by your name. A good and a bad. Okay, Seth, is there anything else you'd like to tell old Santa?
Nope.
Nothing else? Well, I've got a prize here for you. And
I
why don't everyone wait till
Yeah.
everybody gets their prize, and then we'll all yell, open your prizes, and then we can all open at once, okay? Okay. Thank you, sir. Let me see. Let's talk to Deborah next. Oh, my gosh. There's that television personality, Deborah. How are you?
Fine.
My word, you look so nice this year.
Thanks.
Are you all ready for Christmas? Do you know what you want for Christmas?
What?
What is it you'd like?
A Cabbage Patch animal.
An animal? Okay. What else would you like?
I want a doll.
A doll, uh-huh. Any special kind of doll?
A man.
A madam doll. You mean like the puppet that old Santa sees on TV sometimes? Or a different kind of a madam doll?
Yeah, not mad. No, mad.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good list. Can you think of anything else?
A Cabbage Patch with hair.
Oh, a cabbage, you don't want one of those without any hair.
I already got one.
Oh, well, we don't need to then, do we? Old Santa's heard that you're a neat little girl and you're doing well in school. You know, I had a special elf trying to catch you do something wrong. Don't you do anything really wrong?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
When I got that report back, I thought, now that Deborah's a very good girl. But my golly, sometimes she gets in a fight with Seth. I know that. Yep. And so I'm hoping that you can help Seth do better too, will you?
Okay.
You got baptized 2 months ago. And you're doing well in the piano still.
Yep.
And won first attended in Miss Drill USA.
Yep.
And you help clean up the room of
Yeah.
your brothers in your room.
Yep.
And you help Mom a lot, don't you?
Yep.
My word, that's very nice, Deborah, and I appreciate it. Can you think of anything else you'd like to tell me?
A radio.
And a radio? Okay. Now, what am I going to put by your name, Deborah?
Good.
Good. Okay. Well, let me put good. You keep doing your good work, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and bye-bye. And there's your prize, all right? Okay, and that looks just like me, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes, it does. Okay. All right, Joshua's next.
Joshua. Good.
Hi, Joshua. How are you?
Fine.
What would you like for Christmas?
Here's a poor little kitty.
Okay.
Poor little kitty.
What else?
A mouse. A real mouse.
A real mouse? What are you going to do with a real mouse, Joshua?
But she's our 2 cats.
Oh, is that right? I thought cats were supposed to chase the mice.
They take mouses too.
Oh, I see. What else would you like?
A Dinobot.
A Dinobot?
That's a transformer, but it turns into a dinosaur.
Boy, they're popular this year, those things that turn into other things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say. I hope I have enough. What else would you like?
I would like.
Maybe a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay. Now listen, you've given me a pretty good list, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you're going to have to start putting your toys away and cleaning your room a little more.
Okay.
Okay, I understand that you don't like to do that too much.
Yeah.
And you and Seth like to have a little war once in a while, along with Deborah, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to help to quit the fighting a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, that would make me happy. And what is this, I hear you really like He-Man and G.I. Joe toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure glad I brought you some last year, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure glad that you like them. And you have a hamster?
Name's He-Man.
Oh, his name's He-Man. That's great. I didn't know that. Mrs. Gardner really thinks you're doing good in school as well. My word, now that I've said all the good things, let's make sure that that room's clean, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and let's not fight with old Seth anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh,
what?
he's got a poem he'd like to tell you, Santa.
Okay.
And I also got a present for you.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
Well, great. Before we get to that, you tell me if you've been good or bad.
Okay.
Have you been good or bad?
Good.
Good, okay. Well, tell me your poem.
I left my cake.
I left my cake for Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. For if Friday makes one hungry, how hungry he must be. I put it on the mantel shelf. He'd be sure to go. I think it does a person good to be remembered though. When everyone was fast asleep, I tiptoed in the living room, just as quiet to see if he had been there yet. Oh dear, it makes my feelings ache. There sat a miserable mouse eating Santa's cake.
All right. Boy, let's give him a big hand, okay? That was very good, Joshua, and thank you for doing that for me. And everyone else today, too, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and there's something for you.
Just give me a present. I want it too.
Oh,
I want it.
Give mine too.
I have to get yours.
Okay, boy, old Santa comes and brings so many things.
Ugh, you better not drop it because it's made of glass.
Oh, it's made of glass?
This is for me.
Well, thank you very much. My word, you children make me so many nice things every year. Oh, and another one, too. Okay.
I want it.
Well, I'm going to sit it right here, and then I'll pick it up when I leave.
I want it.
Well, let me see. Why don't we have... Oh, let me see. Who should we get? Okay, let's start with Jared. How are you, Jared?
Fine.
Are you fine? What would you like for Christmas?
Don't tell him.
A transformer for a chemist set.
Or a chemist set. Okay, and what else?
A surprise.
And a surprise, huh? Okay. You've got to learn a little more patience. Do you know what patience is? That's like Dr. Trace over there, you know. He has a lot of patience. Huh? Yes. And you've got to be a little more patient and not argue quite so much, okay?
With your brother.
With his brother, huh?
Yeah, because every time I come over to his house, they keep on fighting.
Oh, my gosh.
And I get it.
We're going to have to learn patience on both of you, aren't we?
Yeah.
I understand you got to go receive an award from the governor from the state. Tell me a little bit about that. What was that for?
I read 10 books during the summer.
Every time
I
I come
get
over
to
to
go
your
to
house.
the award for it.
Well, I think that's great. A reading award, huh? Well, that's super. And you're doing great in school with citizenship and schoolwork, right? And you're doing very well on the piano.
Yeah.
And you gave an excellent talk in sacrament meeting. Is that right? Well, that makes me very proud to see that you're doing a lot of good things. I'm a little unhappy when I see some of the bad things. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, is there ever anything else you'd like to tell me that you need for Christmas?
No.
Nothing. Can I bring you a surprise, maybe? Well, okay. I've got something for you tonight. Now, let's keep in mind that 2 of you are going to win the award for the coal bucket tonight. So don't get too happy yet, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
no!
All right, thank you. All right, Trevor. Thank you. And why don't you sit it right there with those, and I'll put them all in my bag. Trevor, how are you?
Fine.
would you like for Christmas being 6 this year?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
The real Rudolph? Oh, my word, I don't think I could give you Rudolph. I wouldn't be able to have my sleigh lit at night to light the way. So I'm going to have to keep Rudolph. Is there anything else that I can bring you instead?
A surprise.
A surprise? Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do on a surprise, but will that be okay if I keep Rudolph? Okay. Now, you need to finish all of your schoolwork at school. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And you like to do things and think a lot of life, don't you? You have a lot of fun. And you're very thoughtful of other people. What does that mean when you're thoughtful of others? Do you know what that means? It means you like to help others, and you think about them too. And that's a nice way to be, isn't it? That's the way old Santa Claus is. I'm always thinking of others. And I give a lot of things to others too, don't I? Yes, I do. And you're doing very well in improving and reading. And you love animals and soft things. Now, we can't have Rudolph, and you want a surprise. Can you think of anything else?
It's the firefighters, the play pony.
Okay. Anything else?
The Dinobot, the one that turned into
To the dinosaur?
Rex.
Okay, to the Dinosaurus Rex. Uh-huh. Okay. Anything else?
No.
No? That'll do it, huh? Well, okay, Trevor. Now, what should I put by your name? Good or bad?
Dead.
Good. All right. And I've got something for you. There you go. Okay, now it's Courtney's turn.
Oh,
Carrie.
Why don't you come over on this side, Courtney? Oh, such a big girl and loves to sing, don't you? Do you have a song just for Santa Claus this year? What would you like to sing for me? Do you like to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Well, should we ask everyone to help us? Tell everybody you'd like to sing Rudolph.
I like to sing Rudolph.
Okay. Let's help Courtney sing Rudolph, okay? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in the reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then our reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Thank you, Courtney. That was very, very good. You what? You want a Barbie and all of her friends?
Rainbow Bright.
Okay, a Rainbow Bride and all of her friends. What else would you like?
I like some presents.
Some presents. And what else? Would you like some nuts and some candy?
Yeah.
And maybe an orange or two? Well, I'll see what I can do on that. Do you like to dance? Do you? And are you a good dancer? And I understand you like to go shopping with Mom and Dad. Is that right? And you like to go anywhere? What's this I heard you were riding a great big animal at the zoo this summer? An elephant? What was you riding an elephant for?
Mom just
Oh, Mom made you, huh? Was it fun? Did it scare you a little bit? Oh, gosh, what was the elephant's name? Do you remember? I bet it was just a big bozo was his name, you think?
Big Bolo.
Big bozo. Well, Courtney, have you been a good girl or a bad girl?
I've been a good girl.
You've been a good girl. Well, okay. And I'll bring you something on Christmas and keep being a good girl for Mom and Dad. All right. And there you go. You're welcome. Well, let's go to Curtis.
Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
Last time you was 2, now it's 3.
Yeah, and remember how he fussed a little bit last time? He's a big boy this year, aren't you, Curtis? What would you like for Christmas?
I'll put your feet in the truck, and the hit machine, and a tractor, and the motorcycle, and
And a G.I. Joe headquarters. That is a big list, Curtis. And he remembered every word, too. Did you notice that? You know what, I understand you've been jumping on the furniture.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Jump on.
Are you supposed to jump on the furniture?
No. Yes,
What
sir.
happens when you jump on the furniture?
You get spanked.
You get a spanking. And you may get a bump on the head, huh? Did you hear about the 3 little monkeys?
Yeah.
3 little monkeys jumping on the bed? What happened? One fell down and broke his head. And Mama come in and looked around and said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed, didn't she? And I don't want any more Curtises jumping on the furniture. Okay? I'm talking to you, young man. Okay? Okay, look over here. I think I've lost his attention. Are you a good helper and help Mom and Dad? And do you go to preschool? And you like tractors and cars and trucks? You like Grandpa's tractor? Do you? And are you a good boy? Okay.
Curtis, will you tell
Now.
Santa Claus the Pledge of Allegiance?
Before I let him off, I want him to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay? Tell me and tell everyone here the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge Well, thank you very much. Let's give him a hand with that. He did very good. Very good. Okay, Curtis, have you been good or bad? Good. Okay. Well, I put good by your name, okay? Okay. Well, bye-bye. Here you go. All right, let's start with Kirsten. Kirsten. I always do that, and I'm sorry. I was going to say, I bet I'm not the only one. That's because you have such a pretty name. And then it gets you a little special attention every time, too, huh? Tell me what you'd like for Christmas. Bedtime bear? Oh, a Care Bear. Okay, what else would you like? Nothing else?
Yes.
Just a Care Bear. Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do for you, big 8-year-old girl. I understand that you don't like to practice the piano very often. I need you to do it a little more on your own, will you? Okay? And not because Mom's going to give you a surprise, just because you want to. Okay? Excellent student. A super improver in November in school, right? And what's this A+ on a report?
We had to write a report about him being she was not an A, B, C, and a D is a do-over, and she doesn't accept it. And I got an A.
Well, I'm proud of you. I bet Mom and Dad are too. That's very nice to get an A+, isn't it? Boy, Santa never got too many A+ when he grew up. No, and I'm very proud to know someone who did. Thank you, okay? a good dancer, and you're on a show team, right? What kind of a team?
The show team is the best dancers in a big group.
Oh, I see. And what kind of dancing do you do?
Jazz, ballet.
Wow. You seem to be a busy young lady, aren't you? Very neat and tidy. And even though you don't like to practice, you still do pretty well on the piano, huh? And a good friend, and you go to church, and you have a good memory, and you do a lot of talks and memorize very well. Well, that's a pretty good list about you, isn't it? So I'll think really hard about the Care Bear and see what I can do for you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you, and same to you. And what should I put by your name, good or bad? 50-50 with all of those good marks by your name? Okay, well, I'll put 50-50 just like Seth, okay? All right.
Bye.
Goodbye now. Okay, Kevin. Finally. Boy, that's hard to wait. Isn't it? That is awful hard to wait. 6 years old, and what do you want for Christmas, Kevin?
A couple of Dinobots, a couple of Transformers, with some He-Man.
Lots of He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Okay. And that's all.
And a GoBot watch.
Oh, and a GoBot watch.
And a couple of GoBots.
And a couple of GoBots. And that's all. And a couple more of what? You have about as big a list as Curtis, don't you? You guys talk about what you want for Christmas?
And I want.
Aha.
And I want a G.I. Joe.
And a G.I. Joe. Now, if I just bring you about 3 of those things, will that be all right? You won't be disappointed, will you? Okay, well, let me see here. Yeah, needs to try to be the best every single day. Can you do that? Okay. A good student, and you were a super improver in December. Doing well in reading and showing some progress. What does showing progress mean?
Excellent.
That means you're doing a little better than the last time, huh? Okay, doing well in math. A good tumbler, works hard, and can do tricks in the class that no others can do.
Yeah, because I was in gymnastics 4 weeks before this meeting started.
No kidding. Well, I think that's great. And loves to give talks in church and has a beautiful smile, uses it well, don't you? And you have a lot of patience because you had to wait a long time for me to get to you, didn't you? Well, have you been good or have you been bad? 50-50. Well then, for 50-50, I'll give you one of those, okay? Okay. Now, Carrie Ann. You know why I saved you till last? Huh? Because you're so pretty. Do you think you're pretty? Yes, I thought you did. What do you want for Christmas? And a what? And a horse. A real horse? Oh my word. Or a play horse? A play horse. Well, I hope so. They don't eat quite as much hay, do they? No. Now, I understand that the Grinch of Christmas has been talking to you here lately, and you've been kind of grouchy. The Grinch has been talking to you, hasn't he? Yes, well, I want to see more of those smiles. And you tell the Grinch just to go away, will you? Okay. And we'll see more smiles than Grinchy grouchy, okay? Now, you're always happy and a good helper, and you can clean the entire family room all by yourself. Is that right? Wow, that's great. Do you like to go to preschool and primary? And you can give talks? And I understand that you can do the Pledge of Allegiance too.
Yeah.
Would you like to do the Pledge of Allegiance for all of us? Okay, give us the Pledge of Allegiance.
I stand in the flag of the United States of America. And daily Clinton, when it's some God's
Very good. Very good. Well, I have something for you, and you tell me whether you've been good or bad. You've been good. And what are you going to do for Santa this year? Are you going to smile more? All right. Well, let's put good by Carrie Ann.
And all of you go up by Santa for one picture before you do anything with your body. Big kids on the back.
And don't step on the coal, because I'm going to give that away next.
Oh boy, we can't wait for that
Would
part.
you mind handing that to me?
Okay,
Thank
Josh,
you.
turn around and look at Sharon. Turn around and look this way.
Okay, turn around and look over there at all those
Get by
cameras.
Santa's lap. Joshua, you get down, kneel on your knees, Josh. Turn around and look at Sherry, Courtney.
There we go.
Kneel down, Courtney.
There you go,
We're
right
going
there.
to try 3 of them, all right?
Okay.
Here we go. Kirsten, move out that way. Lovely. All right, here we go.
1, 2, smile.
That's one.
There's one. Is everybody smiling?
Yeah, look this way.
Okay, look over at the cameras. 1, 2, smile, everybody. Good.
More.
One more.
Move.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Don't move.
Wonderful.
Gotta wait for the
Oh,
flash.
oh.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Flash. Flash.
One flash died. One worked. Good.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. We gotta
Now.
this cold bucket. Sit down. I took off that.
Okay. Now let's keep waiting, okay?
I'm sitting on you.
Now, I would like to give the coal away. Now, I need to think real hard to see who am I going to give the coal to. Can anyone help me with who I give it to? Who should I give it to?
Yes.
To Jared
To who else?
and Curtis? Who?
Oh, God. I want coal. I want coal.
Okay. Well, who do you think I should give the coal to, young man?
Me. Me.
I don't see anybody that really wants it. What do you think? Who should I give the coal to?
Courtney wants it.
Should we just... Okay. Well, it looks like the 2 10-year-old boys are the winners. Now I want you two to read that it says, for the one who didn't behave. Okay? Now you both get to share this. And there's got to be a lot, let's look over here, there's got to be a lot of improvement.
We want this recorded for history.
For history. You help him hold that bucket so you can share in the wealth of that.
Presented by Santa Claus.
Presented by Santa. Okay. Well, my golly, you know, that's why they went 50-50 on me, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I'm ready to let the children open their presents now, and then we get on to the big kids, okay? Now let's talk about Sherry.
That's not fair.
Oh, sure it is. Okay, Sherry. How are you this year? My golly, you're looking very well this year as usual. And you're keeping your weight down. You must be going to exercise class.
She works hard at that, Santa.
What's that?
She works hard at keeping her weight down.
I bet. Well, you're doing a very good job. Let's see here. Sherry, you are so hyper, something has got to be done for you this morning. So the next time you have the urge to redecorate your house, I want you to take a half a bottle of these tranquilizers right here. Okay? And that's from Santa's Pharmacy.
Okay, thank you. I know that word.
All right. You betcha. There. Old Santa needs a few of those himself.
Oh, okay. I'll give you one before you leave.
Okay. All right. Now we get to talk to Trace.
Oh, wait.
I know you're super macho and have the strength of a He-Man. But Trace, it scares me when you jump out in front of moving cars and try to stop them with just brute strength. In the future, when you feel the need to use physical strength to stop a car, will you please use this anchor instead? Oh, did I leave my anchor at the pole? All right. Remember, though, that I don't want you holding on to the rope. It has got to be tied to some part of the car. I'm glad they gave that to you and I didn't have to carry it. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
My word, is that not a nice gift, huh?
Everybody should have one.
Everybody could have one of those.
Where are you going?
Right out there. Okay, Don and Artis,
Uh-oh.
Hey, Don, come on.
come on over here.
Dad, I got tractor.
You're probably two of the most dedicated swap meet goers I know.
You're right.
But sometimes you get so wrapped up in getting good deals that I worry about you. Therefore, I've decided to give both of you a swap meet survival kit. A little change, a glass to really check over the goods, and a little can of pot to keep you going, and some candy to keep up the blood sugar. Okay. Have a Merry Christmas. Okay.
But you and Kevin got the same thing.
All right, Brent. You attend so many seminars that I've decided to give you something to help you while you're at the seminars, and it's called a Seminar Survival Kit. And maybe you can share it with your wife, Tamara, from her meetings. All right?
Alexander, what's that blue thing, man?
Well, that's when you're really in an emergency, I think. I don't know how you wear that. I don't even know where you hide it. Maybe in your briefcase, you think?
Yes, thank
Let's hope it has a lid. Okay. Well, have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, Tamara. All right, my word. You notice how all the big kids have that look of fear on their face? You keep your house so clean and organized. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, good. I'm glad someone is.
Well, I bet there must be a little speck of dust somewhere you're missing. So I'm sure that if you use what I brought for you this year, no speck of dust will evade your scrutinizing eye. A little magnifying glass and some cotton. Okay? All right. Then you have a Merry Christmas. All right. She needs one of those survival kits too, lady.
I'm gonna share.
If she keeps it that clean, I bet she gets rather tired. Okay, Jen.
Uh-oh.
My word, she's been Santa's big helper tonight. And I really appreciate that, and I thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
You're doing such a good job in the primary presidency, but I decided to give you a planning book so you can keep all the work organized that your good ideas get you into, all right? Now, the only thing I was worried about is that large enough.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. And maybe you need a little computer that you can carry around with you. Okay. And thank you again for your help tonight. I appreciate it. All right, Lorraine.
Uh-oh, it's the ring again.
You know, Lorraine's looking at me and saying, you know, I hope he doesn't remember the time that I got left a lump of coal when I was 5. Is that right?
Probably did.
Probably did.
You're
Okay.
the favorite to memory.
Lorraine, you do so many things for so many people. I had to assign 2 elves just to keep track of what you're doing, okay? Therefore, I've decided I'd better give you something to help you say no when people ask you to do things for them. So here's something to help you. When people ask you, you will never have to say it again. What does that say, kids?
No!
Automatically, okay? So you just carry that in your purse and just pull it out in neat, all right? Okay. And you have a Merry Christmas.
I know it's on your door.
Oh.
All right, and last but not least, we have Breon. You've been so busy selling and learning about computers, I thought I'd give you a sneak preview of the newest computer development, and this is an example of the new future computer software. You ought to get together with those people with those survival kits. Yes.
Good idea.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Oh, Santa's made it through the book once again this year. And you know, one thing that makes Santa very happy is to come and visit with all of his friends and see them growing up so big and tall. And all of you are doing so well in school and helping moms and dad, and it's so nice to see the family happy. Because Christmas is the time of year when all of us get happy. And as Santa does every year, I like to tell you a story that is important to me, and it's important for your family to be happy at Christmas time. May Christmas bring you happiness and a song to fill your heart. With all the blessings, large and small, this season does impart. May laughter ring to make you gay with hope and faith sincere. And may Christmas be a blessed time you spend with those most dear. May Christmas hold a quietness with light so soft and low, while stars in heaven shining down with diamonds on the snow. A very special happy time with little ones about, your mind aglow with pleasant dreams and not one single fear nor doubt. May Christmas lend a special charm to all you chance to do, and may the season light your way to hopes and dreams in you. With angels singing in your heart and a prayer you dare to say, and every moment peaceful bliss throughout your holiday. May Christmas bring you peace on earth to ever live and last, a faith instilled within your heart, even though Christmas Day has passed. This friendly greeting holds a prayer, and it's filled with warmth and cheer. And from this jolly red elf named Santa Claus, I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. You're welcome. Thank you. And before I go, how about everyone helping me sing Silent Night? All right? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Well, thank you. And one thing before I leave, because of you being so sweet, as old Santa has a candy cane for all of us, okay? So come on up here and let me give you all a candy cane. There you go. Boy, look at all those hands.
When I stand here taking every breath with you, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How
start opening presents, can I say something? I've got something I want to say.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
It's Paul.
Poor Paul. Oh, this is okay.
I want you all to, you know,
Here we
last year
go.
someone gave me this silly BYU hat. And I wore it when I painted the house. And I wore it one day when I had the flu. I've been upset about it all year long. I want you all to know that the prophet isn't the only one who gets inspiration. And this year my inspiration came in the form of kind of a poem song.
I saw the last one.
I didn't type this one up
Oh,
because
did ya?
I figured if the bishop was in your house, you probably wouldn't want to see it. And to help me with this presentation, I've asked a professional rhythm section to help me. It's the Farron Family Rhythmers.
I've been practicing this.
Are you going to help us?
No.
I
got it.
Okay, I've got to see it.
What we need, first of all, is just a little help. Diddly dum and diddly no. Poor Paul Rass was a-sitting in the snow. Didn't get no ducks, didn't get no does. Only thing he got was his tallywhacker froze.
Okay, let's open it up.
You're going to this. You know, I've only got a couple more.
Smoking.
Mommy, it's on pause.
It's okay.
It's
Lay it on the couch.
pause.
I don't know what it's doing.
You're too young to smoke.
That's just right, Mike.
What is the big
I think it's just so
You're too young to smoke.
Is it random opening, or are you gonna open K round in a circle?
It's on pause. It's on pause.
Whoops, sorry, Sherry.
It's dark in here now.
All right, the boss.
What?
Paul, haven't read it yet.
We're not Paul.
What does that one say?
Show
Mom.
my
This one
sisters
says,
what color they are. Thank you.
Beautiful, everything is
thank you, Lisa and Cord.
I'm not reading that.
Those are cute.
Thank you.
What did you get?
The boss. This is mine. We'll make this one Sherry.
Oh, Mom got one that said Mom on it.
Well, this year's ones.
Mom.
Is this from Martin?
I
don't have my glasses.
know what's going to happen. I'll have to see.
They look like Nick and Sharon's driving.
Sharon and Nick.
Joel, is that yours for this?
Sometimes he'll wear turtlenecks.
He's wearing one now.
Open it up, Joel.
Oh, is it my turn?
This
is from Tracy. Sherry.
Those are.
That was a good one. I like that one. I hope this isn't Paul James Cougar Tales. That's their
Natalie's all.
greatest moments of BYU.
That's all I need, huh?
Those are the only great
Well, Trace has passed the buck on for another year, huh? Next year will come your way.
It's for Mary Ann.
Next time.
Oh, how pretty.
Don't pull it. What's this called?
Cashmere.
That's it made in Hong Kong. What's our sweater called? These were grandpa's like I thought about that. Pretty. Did you get that in Washington?
Can I take a picture?
No, we don't have many pictures left, so why don't you just...
They throw us out from
I want to see it. Maybe there.
We need Sean.
We should put in the height.
I
think we should line up.
think we should line up to numbers, you know?
Jess?
Yes.
You got it?
Think we should.
Who's got a top?
We have to line up in numbers here. I'm.
Sorry, Sherry.
Here, Sean.
You're okay, Dad?
Yes. Yeah.
Here's
Is
the
this
picture.
opera?
No, do littler.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping,
10 ladies dancing.
9 lords a leaping, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 goblins,
4 calling birds.
3 red chickens.
2 turtle doves.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Was that as pretty out there as it was over here? Josh, Mary.
Here, look, coconut. Wow, thanks. I just stuck all the stuff on the top of it. So babies.
Sean. Arnie. Sean.
Please stop taking pictures of me.
How much does it cost to buy a tree? How much does it cost to buy a tree that big?
Who got the duck read?
You.
Oh, did I read it? I read that.
Trace helped make it.
Did you read it?
I've got 2 presents.
Oh, and it's even painful.
Here, Arnie.
She is.
Here's Sean. Josh.
You know what, you guys? I think Santa's already been here.
Yay!
Don't you open it?
Sorry, I just asked.
Whoa.
Now you know, don't you?
Yeah.
Thump on the head.
We're going to do this by
Ain't no brick.
age and then beauty. I'll go first. Then Elaine can go
Thump
second.
on the head.
I'm just getting it out.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead. Well, they can look in their stockings. You go over here and be happy.
Can I open one?
What does that say?
Let's do my stuff.
Arnie 3
Right.
from
Mom.
R&A. Arnie 3? That's Trace.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You got any more?
5, 6, 8.
Is that good? Oh, is that good?
1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5 6s. No, 1. Yeah, I think there's 5 8s. 5.
Is it for all of us?
When we took her down, and you know what she wants for Christmas? She wants to have a new top put on the Cadillac.
She does?
And it's
Mary
been
Ann
sitting
drives
out
it
there.
Could you turn that light one more behind you?
She's been sitting out there, the top is rotted away. And for Christmas, she,
So the top turns out in the bottom light. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's just lovely.
well, that's too pretty to use, we'll have to put it down in the basement.
No, I love that.
Give it to Donnie to put
Okay,
in his
we've got
garage.
one.
Us.
M, J, B, C. I know who J and B and C are. Who's them?
Meow.
Most babies and toys and What did you ever do?
That's pretty big marker.
What is it?
What is it?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Hello, guys.
Well, somebody's taking it away from him already.
What is it, Seth?
Nothing. Oh.
Air dart.
Air dart.
It's probably a pair of overalls. I don't know what it is. I knew it's pair of overalls. It's something purple.
Let's see.
I
Whoa, yeah.
this.
Whoa.
Isn't that
Oh,
pretty?
that's
That is
darling.
Pick the pants up. Let's see.
What does it
Isn't
say?
that fun?
What does it say on the front? Let us look. Oh, that's a nice color for you.
Rainbow
dear.
bright.
Oh,
That's
cute.
not rainbow bright.
Isn't that pretty?
Who's it from?
Who was it from?
Who's it from? It was from
Take it out. Let's see, Josh.
person.
Let's put it on.
Santa Claus. Maybe it's not it. Maybe it's this. Oh, that's on him. It was from.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Rowan Arnie, what do you say?
Will you?
Wait a minute. Check it. Yeah.
Let me just see if that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Josh, that is
Grandma.
Oh, you're welcome,
Whoa!
Wow.
I think you can see what it does.
I love it. All right, it's you.
Hey, Josh.
We're not quite done up yet. Wait.
Wow.
Camera done back again.
Yep. Again, turn it on so we see a picture of him. Okay. Look at your mom.
Hey, Josh!
Turn it off. What'd I get? Does that say Panasonic?
They are so cute.
Pretty work.
It's a robot.
Oh, yeah?
A
What
robot.
do you say?
Thanks.
What is it? Oh, that's from us.
Where's it from?
NJBC.
Sorry, with Jess and Carter.
And
What is it around? The one more
then me. There.
What do they do, Lou?
What?
What is this watch? It is a watch.
There's Swiss watches that are waterproof 200 feet.
It's got tape
Oh,
on
yeah?
the sides down. Have your dad.
They come with funky designs.
When it does.
And being a funky woman.
You have to have a funky
Oh,
swatch.
please cut that one out. I don't want to make it.
What is that, Debbie?
I don't know yet.
Oh, look how pretty.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah, that's
they were
cute.
nice.
Yes.
Cute nightshirt. Who's that from?
MJB&C.
Oh, is it? Isn't that cute? Laura.
Let's see, Josh. Turn around.
Oh my God, look at that set.
Martin Mary.
What is that one? I know, and there's 4 languages.
What did you get, Seth? Who's it from?
Stocking.
Oh,
Well, let's see how cute for your doll. She loves
Chris, have
it.
you got one?
Josh.
I give it to Mom. It's from Onion Roll.
What's this?
You know what Seth said when he found out you were retiring?
What you got
He
to
says, "Not when Grandpa go deer hunting with us."
Oh, Josh, neat.
Oh, what's that one?
Read it.
It's a,
Oh, family movies.
that's all the family movies we have.
Thank you. They took them together and spliced them and then copied them for your VHS. That's fun. Are they the, can Seth open another one?
Does that fit you up?
I haven't tried it on, but I'm sure it will.
Does it
I
have
think it
darts?
will.
Is that big darts? Big old darts. There's some king size.
You know, when I buy things for Sherry, they don't ever have darts.
It's not, but you know.
Easier.
These guys.
Oh, okay.
This is
Oh,
one of the
don't-
ones, is it?
It's another one of these.
Have you got 2 of the same kind?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's not it. Could you set it up and then leave the room for a while and come back?
Is that one he already has? Maybe you could trade
Let's
stuff.
see.
I have it.
You have that one?
Yeah, it's the train.
Look at that.
That's pretty.
Ooh, I like it.
Second best looking sweater I've seen tonight. Fourth best. If I cut off the top half inch.
It's time for a clove. Want some?
Oh, cute. Have you opened them already?
Oh, thank you.
They're cute.
Picture Cabbage Patch Baby. But she's made out of porcelain. Yes, she is.
Oh, they're cute. That's wonderful.
Thank you. I got this one.
You're welcome.
Who made that?
I did.
I have one more here.
Now I have a dog.
It says to Bart, thanks so much. I'm so couldn't last.
Darling,
Thanks.
Who this from?
Oh, isn't that cute?
What is it?
Oh, so
I'm the only lucky person in the family.
She's eating it.
yeah. I'd just like a nut.
Is it in the family?
I'm just a little hungry. I want a nut.
I just want to have chocolate on it. I figured.
Oh, good. I got a walnut. Thank you.
You are.
That's what I wanted. Luann, do you want to try yours? Mike?
I got $25.
Better than I can.
Great
You
pick,
said
Sue.
the pick.
Great pick. Way to look.
Trace?
How much you get?
Right, I just gotta stick the nut in there.
Sure, we didn't use the money.
My nut's all green inside.
What have you got?
It's a fungus nut.
What is it? We got one.
$20.
Ooh, you know who that is?
No, that's not, yeah.
Guess who got yours? Okay, you get the
Josh
right
doesn't,
number.
I'm not nice like Josh. Josh doesn't need to blow his desk.
Jessica got one now, Josh.
You know what though?
That was the nicest thing I've ever seen. That was the nicest thing, Josh. You certainly get stars with Santa Claus for next year. Really, and he was looking through the window.
Proud of you, Joe.
Dad!
Come on, Dad.
Whoa! Trace got one! What'd you get, Tracer?
Oh, $50.
Chance. We give Luann one more chance, too. Okay, Luann, one more chance.
Come on, 2 out of 3.
No, this is it.
I got 25.
This is it. Oh,
Don't be looking.
Come on, Kim.
I love walnuts. My favorite kind of nut.
Okay, let's stop the game.
If I you, I'd be
Did you get one, Matt? Okay, did Mary Ann
Marianne
choose
struck
another?
out again. We're
I
about
did
out of
struck
walnuts.
out. I love walnuts.
Wait, she's not really a member of the family.
Okay.
Or she won't be.
All right, Carl.
I resent that remark.
Yeah.
$50.
That last walnut didn't quite fill me up. On the beer bars.
Give it to Luann. Here, Luann.
Come on, Dad, get a
Try a hand-picked one.
No, I got a walnut.
It was you. Oh, man.
Did you take a Have you got one? Yeah, I was hungry too.
Uh-oh! Yes, we got one!
How much did you get?
$1.50.
2,500. Wow.
She got 50 more.
I didn't get any twice.
Bart got one!
How much did you get, Bart?
How much did you get? Did you get one more?
Well, that's
Daddy
it.
and I
You got 50? Oh, do you want for
No, Daddy and I share.
I'll do one for you.
No, Seth, we don't do
Why
it.
don't you go back and eat in the
I
kitchen?
want to let it try, Arnie.
Loser.
Josh, take that back and we'll get you a drink in a minute.
John didn't get one. Did you get money?
I saved my cake for Santa Claus on Christmas Eve at tea. For Friday makes one hungry, how hungry he must be. I put it on the mantelshelf where he'd be sure to go. I think it does a person good to be remembered so. When everyone was fast asleep, everyone but me, I tiptoed in the living room, just as quiet to see if he had been there yet. Oh dear, it made my feelings ache. There sat a miserable mouse eating Santa's cake.
Oh. What?
Oh, another one. Oh, you want to do the other one, Josh?
What was that? One's open.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and do the other one while we're on laying open. Don't you want to do it? It's cute.
We got another
Sure.
one?
This is to Arn from Luke.
I've already got one.
$35.
Have you got one to open yet, Lou? I just 0 for 2.
Well, it's been a long year for me too.
What really hurts my feelings is that
I know, Mama.
I know that there was one in there that had $100 bill in it.
There was.
Boy, I haven't had a chance yet.
That's not funny.
I should have got that. Mommy, Mom, this one has a thing with it.
I got it. You can hold it.
Yeah, I
You
just
got another one?
Did everyone get a moment?
It's okay, I want you guys to have my Christmas.
Oh, they match. Oh, wait a minute, John. Oh, it's too early. I'm too tired.
Boy,
Oh my goodness.
Santa Claus came, see?
All for me?
No,
all for me.
Oh, Joshua, look at that teddy bear Santa Claus left you. Go get it. Oh, how cute.
Oh, it's so soft, too.
Oh my word, that is the biggest show, Grandpa. Look at that.
yeah, you're too close to me.
Go get Grandma and Grandpa. I think I hear him. Go around. Go through.
Teddy bear.
Oh, look what Santa left. My goodness sakes.
Oh.
Look at all those things.
Look at those things.
My goodness.
Santa Claus came, Seth. Yeah.
Holy smokes, what a big bear that
Look
is.
at those cute Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
Look at the goose off. Oh,
Look
yeah.
at
Why don't
big,
you
big.
each go get your own
Sherry,
cabbage
before we do
patch?
that,
Yes.
we have something we need to talk about with
Oh,
our kids first.
okay.
remember?
Go ahead. Go
Do
sit
you
on the
guys-
couch.
Do you guys remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
come here, guys.
How much is
Okay, sit down.
I can't film it. We have to be over on this couch.
On this couch. Okay. Okay, do you, Seth, do you want to explain to us what we're going to do? Do you remember?
Well,
Just a minute.
All year long.
All
We
year
felt
long.
like that Christmas sometimes get to the point where all we do is we get gifts and we forget the
Go
real
sit down.
meaning sometimes. So we asked each of the kids, and Sherry and I too, to think of something that we can do for Christ this year, for baby Jesus, because we can't give him presents like the wise men did. And since this is his birthday, we're going to think of him first this morning. Seth, do you want to start and tell us what
well,
you're
I'm not going to play in sacrament painting anymore.
Okay. Gee, that's nice. That's nice. So, during sacrament, you'll think about it. Okay. Josh, did you think of something?
I'll clean up the snow when people need help cleaning up the snow, getting out of the driveway.
That would be nice, Joshua.
And I'm going to help people.
Are you? Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to try and do is be more patient with the kids this year. I think... Yay.
Yay!
I think Jesus would want us to be patient with little children. Okay, and let me take the camera and then Mom can tell us what she's going to do.
I thought what we would do is have a special time for sure every night where we read stories and talk about the things that we should be doing, and that we're going to do that every night and think about Heavenly Father and Jesus.
You pull closer.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Neil, get our presents.
Get Joshua, where's your Cabbage Patch?
Oh, go get it. I bet this cabinet myself.
Right here.
For me. Where should I put my stuff? I got a cowboy.
Oh. You
You
can't see in that window. We'll have to get.
Where should I put my stuff?
That's so
Where's
cute,
my husband?
Joshie.
Come over by this chair.
Oh, Joshua, you you sit come him over right here. You can have Grandma watch your doll for you.
Watch window.
Okay.
Josh.
Joshua,
You come be right here.
Auntie,
Joshua,
here.
come be right here.
I'm getting, Seth, this is for you. Seth? Who's this one? You say over where you are.
Josh. No, Josh is coming up in there. Have fun
These my
watching it.
stockings for presents.
Let's see, Josh. Come over here. Do you think Seth would really get a Cabbage Patch doll?
Yeah. I know it is because I see feet. Mommy, look!
Wow! Look at that! Take him out of the bag and show him, Seth. Let's see.
Ugh. Look what that is. I just got a whole bunch of...
Isn't that cute? Darling.
It has a diaper on.
Of course. It wouldn't be a Cabbage Patch Kid. Here, I want to get a picture of you with me.
Not yet though. Is it her turn? Oh.
Get that pot. Here, you're close.
I know it's not in my hands up.
Don't get too close.
Where's my sock book? What's this?
Put garbage in with it. They were
Sock
trying to
book.
put together.
Look!
Wow! Oh,
Now we got 3 Cabbage Patches. I just got 2. And 3.
You have a Koosa though. Oh. That's a Cabbage Patch.
Oh, Billy, now we got 3.
Oh.
Mom, look.
Is it back by that window? Oh, it's that cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Now we got 3.
Aren't you
Oh,
lovely?
Daddy, let me get it.
It's closed. It's closed. It's closed. What else would it be, Dad? Closed. Backpack. Closed. Growing in the garden.
Reset? Why don't you open it up?
Okay. I've got it.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Okay, why don't you open one before? We can do that later, all right?
Okay. Probably a model. There's stickers right here. There's a model. There's a model. Wow, it's amazing. We're gonna have fun, Dad.
You're right.
Real fun.
Got some on paper right here.
Oh, boy.
Look
Let's go.
at
Open
that.
all
Yeah.
models. Mom's got all models.
F-100 Super.
Dad, can you guys open at the same time?
Seth,
Huh?
that's one of the airplanes I worked on. Yeah.
Right here? It's our turn.
The Zero Fighter was from Japan. The Fairchild from upstairs.
Purple gloves, yeah.
Purple gloves. Boochie, 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 boochie.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
That's me to take it for.
Who is it,
We have
Josh?
twins in the family.
We do.
Josh, scoot your stuff over there so I can
Well,
get
the
my
paper
stuff
eagle was waiting to guess, then you quit, huh?
Radar. You got twins in the family, Dad. Let's see. Okay, this is so cute. Twin. Yeah.
All right, I've got another one to open.
Open the big one.
The big one?
Open the big one. Let's see, I'm gonna open.
Well, Santa Claus really.
Overdid it.
Big,
You guys right.
drop this
If I can
load
open
right
this
here.
one, this is already open for me.
Good job.
Oh, I've got a glass.
Come on. Yeah, this is already open for me. And if I get the other baby one, it will show like that. I'm gonna open this next. So it's heavy. Oh dear. What is it?
Thank God.
Mom wants her old clock back.
Oh,
No,
I get to keep
you
the
can
old
keep the old one. This one's for us.
Oh, Seth, he has 2 noses. Look. Seth, look.
Isn't that pretty?
that's a nice.
It has numbers instead of Roman numerals. How can you teach your children time with Roman numerals?
I know how. Mr. Ferguson taught us. It's easy.
That's gorgeous.
That latch is behind the front case, and then you can pull the stuff out. You can pull it out.
Clock.
And then the latch is behind there, so you can take the stuffing
I've
out.
got a lot more presents left. I do too.
Wood, isn't it?
Gee, it's ripping. I do too, Dad. I got that. Wonder what it is. Look, it ripped.
Oh.
There. Bang, bang.
That's really nice.
Thank you.
And then we're
Where are you going to put my clock?
welcome.
Are you?
That's
There.
your
Oh, that'll
turn.
be fun.
It is. Oh, you already opened your present? No. And it's your turn. It's not your turn. That's me opening it.
Great, Grandma.
Where? Where?
Right there, the white one. Goes to Grandma Ellen. Grandma Art's standing right there.
Okay, and then
That they have to do Deborah. That was the great Grandma Ellis, the one you had in your hand.
That's neat. Did you guys get that?
I didn't.
Mom, what is this for?
Courtney.
Thank you. Wait till I'm banging some presents.
Give this one to great Grandma. That's not hers. And this games are just games to play at Grandma's house.
This is my present.
That's too careful.
There was a story on this. Somebody
Grandpa.
Maybe it has the wrong name.
What?
Mary? Yes, right here. I'm sorry. Avery? Is that Seth crossed out and then Deb? Yes.
Oh, this is mine.
What about back of this chair?
Hopefully,
That's for when you run out of taffy in your goose. Grab this. Keep this.
We haven't. Those are for us. One yours, our dad's, and one of yours. Wow. Turn around and show Dad. Show Dad.
What you got, Courtney?
Oh, when he came apart.
You're too tough. You're too tough.
You want the family? Go ahead and keep it over there. Now open the phone. Sydney Gray. Oh, no. Sydney Gray.
Hi, Trace. How are ya?
Yeah.
It's a spy.
A nice camera.
You have a nice one too.
Thank you.
She knows which one she put it on. If I put it together.
You got it. That pistol gun is a robot.
Maybe for next Christmas, just put that
I knew
together.
I would get something.
Oh, look, a ballerina. Stand up and turn around and show Brianna what it is. Show your face. Put it down.
I'm studying for mom. So this is glass.
It's transforming.
I love plastic.
Right in the center.
This came out.
Saving around. Exactly. Don't look sad.
Sound wave. You got sound wave? I got sound wave. Did you? No, we got flavors. I can look. You got Megatron?
Pardon me?
No, come on back and look. Thank you, Grammy. I got a robot pistol.
She knows already, don't you?
Thanks, Grandma. Thanks, Grandma. I can tell you like that. Jared. What? Just share it. What's my mom?
Wait a minute.
I share it.
Our labels are green this year.
Josh, let me see Soundwave. Let me see Soundwave, Josh.
We need a garbage collector, Brent. You got a set? Set? Look at what you got.
Let me go get a plastic bag.
Look who I got. And you got one.
Kevin, put all of your things back in the box so it's not spread all over the floor. We'll get Lego box.
Let's see, Jared.
Oh,
wow.
I want to see what's here.
That's a garbage for your camera.
That's right down. Wow. That's nice.
These are books I've always wanted. Thanks.
Yeah, we also have the box. I just told Dolly, and we'll put these in the box to take home, okay?
That sack's ours.
Now this
It's got some paper in it.
The batteries are ailing today.
I got some batteries in there for me.
I thought these were new. We needed to borrow them.
I got one too.
Just looked around.
Well, that's what you have to do.
Is that tractor heaven?
I hope there's no duplicates. Just keep it there.
Let's see there.
Jeffrey, show me what it is.
Let's see. Let me take a picture.
Stay out of it.
Don't move. Oh, who's that from? Aunt Tamara? From Kirsten. What do you say to her? Say, Kirsten. Jeffrey, don't tear the box.
Okay.
That was
Okay, trash.
Alright, you what? You got it?
Curtis did. Curtis and Kevin.
Not supposed to film things like that.
Kevin? No, but you gave these to Josh's too. Kevin?
Kirsten did.
There, have some coal. Thank you.
Joshua?
Kevin gave me.
Kirsten did.
He'll wait until he wants to be in the picture, Sharon.
Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, Seth. Smile. Good. All right, stay here, Joshua. Stay here. With Aunt Maxie and Uncle Wells. Come here.
Little one. Anything else
Mom,
right
you
now?
need to bite this.
Maybe for your birthday, okay? Curtis.
Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2. Good. Now, Grandpa, Mom, Seth.
And again, 5
5.
from who?
Well, you can tell Mom and Dad have to buy a VCR.
I got 5 Transformers.
That's a VHS and not a beta.
We got a beta.
We want the other. Seth, stand up. You look silly.
Are we close?
Behind Grandpa's leg. Trading places. Yes, you're close.
Transformers are rich.
Just think, school's tomorrow. Smile.
No, I'm not either. Hey, ready?
Mommy
Look at
has to go
me.
back to work.
Look at me.
Smile.
1, 2, cute. Okay.
Now we're leaving.
Leaving.
Are we done?
Oh,
Look at that.
Are we done?
Look at that.
Are we done?
Curtis,
think
what
you
did
like
you
some.
want for
I
Christmas?
got 3 envelopes.
Oh, count them. How many?
This is 5. This is 7. This one's
Anyway, we're joking.
3. This one's
Put you that close.
Merry Christmas to you, Jerry.
I never used this. I got curious to how it works. Those are quite a contraption you got there. They're really nice.
Here's a good guy.
Hi.
Curtis?
Here's a good tape.
Did your kids take it out
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Everybody quit talking.
Curtis, please come here.
Look at that on film.
Oh,
No.
Put your tractors in the sack so we can take them.
No, this is called this is a trap.
And these tractors. Can we put them in this big
No,
sack?
this is the
I know, we're not pulling that.
I need them put in the sack.
Oh.
Put them in the sack for me. Be real careful.
These are, yeah, I'll get the big initial investment, but this shirt, he
I tried to get this all that way.
Well,
You figure, I don't know, how many videos have we taken? If we had to do that all on film.
Don't.
Penny, let's take a picture before you're at it.
yeah, take Penny's picture.
This one out. We'll go again. There it's on.
Baby.
I like this one the best. Don't film me.
That's all got to keep in the camera case.
Now, are you going to save that?
She sleeps in there at night.
Is that right?
Stay right there and everything else. That's, in fact, she crawls in there about 10:30 at night.
She goes to bed.
Curtis, don't.
No lights.
Yeah, I gotta get over with the lights.
There, how's that?
Turn her around so Sherry can get her. Your ties bumped up. Oh, there it is.
Come on.
Got her ears back.
Says all you gotta do is show me a piece of meat and I'll get my ears up for you.
Yeah?
Can I take this home?
Yeah, but they can't like a deer.
Take them to
Quite a lot, yeah. Like a fawn.
Now she's looking. With her ears up.
Put her feet on. I'm shaving in the morning. She'll come in and lay down right beside me. Turn right around, lay right across my feet.
You do have bumblebees.
Just like this here, she'll reach up there and take her claws, wrap them right on your finger and pull them to her.
I give her some special Christmas presents when she helps me when I come to Utah. And my golly, this is a lovely, lovely house.
Thank you.
And you all look so pretty tonight. Are you waiting for something?
No.
Now, I know that you're waiting for something, and I think it's going to be, let's see, what happens on the 25th of December?
Christmas.
Oh, my golly, you're right. Christmas. I hadn't better forget that, had I? What happens if I were to forget Christmas?
Bye-bye.
Oh, goodbye. And I'd have a lot of children that would be really upset with me, wouldn't I? Yes, and I bet I'd have a lot of adults that'd be really happy with me. I bet so.
Don't take their opinion.
Don't take their opinion? Do you know what? They used to be little kids too, and I trained them to grow up and be kind and generous and give things to people and love and care and all of those things. You know, I have some awful nice friends, especially here in Ogden, Utah, that are very, very generous and very, very nice, and they have beautiful children. And I brought Santa's report for 1985, and do I have a report on all of my friends here tonight? I had better get started because with all of the work that I've had done, it's going to be a long time to get through it. So let me get into my book and see who is lucky to be first. And I want you to remember what you'd like for Christmas, because Santa is having a hard time remembering this year. Okay? I've had a real bad cold. And Rudolph has had a bad cold too, and I think I gave it to him. So I'm having a hard time remembering. What do you think I should do about it?
Eat more vegetables.
More vegetables?
No, eat more candy. Hot milk.
More hot milk? I think I'm eating too much candy.
No, it's good for your body. My mom always said, don't eat more candy or your blood will be.
That's right. I don't want to eat quite as much, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I like candy
And it will
too.
also make you not strong enough to let people sit on your lap too.
That's right. There won't be any lap left, will there?
No, there will be.
Well, let's talk to Curtis Ellis.
Ah!
And mask toys, don't you?
No, he likes tractors.
Tractors and mask toys. And you go to preschool, and you can recite the Pledge of Allegiance, can't you? And you love to play with mask toys. And one thing that I think is really nice is you help Mom around the house, and you always wear one of these. What is that you're wearing? A smile.
A sweater.
A sweater, sure. A sweater and a smile, huh? Well, have you been a good or a bad boy for Santa?
I've been a good boy.
You've been a good boy. Well, Curtis, let's sit down here and write by your name then what you've been. Let me see. You've been a good boy, okay? Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell Santa? What else would you like to tell me?
Thank you.
Well, my golly, thank you. Can I have a big hug? Hello, Courtney. How are you? My word, your doll is dressed just like you. Well, I think that's really nice. Did you dress her, or did you have Mama dress her too?
Aunt Tamara made the clothes.
Who did?
Aunt Tamara.
Aunt Tamara, I've heard she's a good clothes maker. Yes, I've heard that already. So she made all of the clothes, huh?
She is.
How are you doing at preschool? I understand that you love to go and doing really well. You're doing really well in dancing. Always keep your room clean. And what is it that you're learning at church?
Good.
Okay. Hi, Carrie Ann. How are you? I understand that you have been on television. Is that right? And who did you play on television?
Josh is on, and my name is Rachel, and I played on the American, and then I was on the Sunday weekend, and he took me to a car, and then he let me go inside, and then a little goose came on my map, and then I was going to be Rachel.
I see. Boy, that's a pretty big job to do that, wasn't it? Was you scared a little bit? Was you? What did you do when you got scared?
I told my mom.
How's Trevor tonight?
Fine.
That's good. You have your list all ready for me?
Yeah.
What is it you'd like this year?
A radio or a teddy bear.
A radio and a teddy bear. What kind of a teddy bear?
A soft one.
A soft one. You don't want Teddy Ruxpin.
Why?
Oh, you want a Teddy, what's his last name? Is it Teddy Rux?
And Teddy what? Skin.
Oh, Ruxskin. My word, my elves tell me about that and I keep forgetting. Teddy Ruxskin. But you don't want one of those, do you?
Yeah, I want a soft one.
Oh, a soft one. Well, I'll see what I have for you then, okay?
Okay.
Now, I understand you're doing really good in school.
Uh-huh.
The Super Improver Award at school.
Yeah.
And you got the Governor's Reading Award.
Yeah.
You do a good job in helping everyone and willing to help around the house.
Uh-huh. I do mostly clean walk on glass.
Oh, I see. You clean the glass?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You like to do that?
Yeah.
And you're learning the Articles of Faith.
Yeah, I know it to 7.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
Boy, you know, I think you'd better work a little harder in gymnastics because I had a hard time lifting you up on my knee. I bet if you worked a little harder in gymnastics, you could jump up on my knee all by yourself, couldn't you? Well, let me see what you've been doing this year. You was on television as well, wasn't you?
2 times.
2 times? What
Well,
did
not 2 times. Once while I'm in the best Christmas pageant ever. I know I'm not her.
Oh, you're on the best Christmas pageant ever, and you're Ollie, right?
Yes, a bad little boy.
A bad little boy. My word, why did they choose you to be a bad little boy?
I don't know.
Do you do a pretty good job at it?
You say so?
They say you can be a bad little boy all right, huh?
Well, in the play.
In the play. Well, that's good. Let me see. And you was in Crime Watchers as well, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you was Rachel's brother, is that right? Okay, Mrs. Kimball, I was talking with her, and she says you're doing pretty well in school. Does that surprise you?
Except I'm doing a little sloppy on my penmanship.
How come you're a little sloppy? Did you just get too many things going?
I get mixed up.
Oh, I see. Sometimes you've got too many things on your mind, I think, right? Trying to remember all those parts and gymnastics and watching all the things, the birds and the bees flying around the room. No. Say, Santa, what are you talking about? Now tell me, Joshua, what do you want for Christmas?
I want a Cabbage Patch Traveler.
Okay.
And this big polar bear.
Okay.
And a Cabbage Patch teddy bear.
A Cabbage Patch teddy bear.
And
What kind of a polar bear do you want?
I don't remember its name.
You don't want a real one, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's
I know
good.
the stuffed one.
And just a stuffed one.
He says it's soft as a cloud and is huge.
Okay, soft as the clouds and is huge?
No, for about
about that cake? About as big as me? Oh, okay, that's pretty huge, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Josh, is there anything else you can think of? That's all. Now to the hard part. Have you been a good boy or a bad boy?
Medium.
Medium. Medium. And I bet for the most part you've been this one, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll just put down medium, but mostly good. All right? Okay, Josh, well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Let me get the present for you. And there you go. Okay, Kevin.
Kevin, go!
Hi, Kevin. How are you tonight?
Fine.
Good. You've been helping old Santa out a lot tonight, haven't you? I appreciated all your comments here a little while ago about the candy. Yeah, I'm going to try and cut down on my candy, though. You know, it's kind of making me grumpy a lot.
Don't, my mom will kill me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She says I'm the only one that eats candy.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I eat a little bit once in a while.
I eat it all the time.
Well, I'm going to try not to eat quite so much.
I almost always eat it.
Do ya?
I never.
Oh, and I understand you're doing a lot better in school with Deborah, and she's bringing me something in her hand. Is that for me? Okay. Now, should I read it when I get home, or would you like me to read it now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it when I get back to the fold tonight. I'll put it right in my book so I don't lose it. How are you tonight?
Fine.
You look very nice. And you're doing very well in school. Is that right? And it's neat having a cousin. Mrs. Goff, your cousin?
Yeah.
Is she? Does that help you a little bit in school? Now, you know, I've heard that you're a buffoon in the Nutcracker. Would you tell me what a buffoon is?
It's a little girl, or a little clown that's under a big dress. And
Oh, and she raises her dress, and out you run. Well, you're one of those. Well, do you like doing that? I bet you do. That's kind of fun. Let me see. And it starts right after Christmas. Cutest angel in the best Christmas pageant ever. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I haven't heard that you've been on television lately. No commercials or anything?
Sometimes
Oh, sometimes they still are?
yeah, when we could.
Have you made any new ones?
No, sir.
You haven't made any new ones yet, huh? Are you going to?
Probably not.
Probably not?
They don't like people with feathers.
Oh, my golly. Well, I bet you grow up and catch those teeth right soon, I bet. Because that's all part of growing up, huh? Yes. Well, Deborah, what do you want for Christmas?
A Cabbage Patch, Traveler, a shuffle. Cabbage Patch Teddy Bear.
A teddy bear, a pony. Okay.
A Cabbage
And a
Patch.
traveler.
Huh?
All right. Anything else? Nothing else, huh? Okay, now I understand that you've been a real nice girl most of the time. And what is it you'd like for Christmas? I mean, Santa, I told you I have a cold and I can't remember. Tell me, have you been good or have you been bad? You've been good. Okay, Deborah, well, I'll put you down as good. And that helps me out a lot. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nothing else? Well, I'll look at your list when I get back and see that all those things that you told me are on there.
Okay.
Okay, well, goodbye. Okay, Kirsten. How are you tonight?
Fine.
You look very nice as well. Do you have your Christmas list for me? Well, tell me what it is.
I want a Cabbage Patch Kid boy.
I've never heard so many Cabbage Patches in one place. Does someone in this room have a whole bunch of them? How come
Right there.
I thought so. That's why everybody wants some, huh? Okay, now tell me again.
Okay, I want a Cabbage Patch Kid boy.
Okay.
With either blonde
car silver Corvette. What else?
That's it.
And that's it. Okay. Let me see the report on you this year. Let's see, doing very well in school. And you're not just a good dancer, but... Okay, Jared. How are you this year?
Fine.
Good. How's school going?
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Do you have a list for me?
No.
You don't have a list?
Surprise.
You just want surprises?
Yeah.
What kind of surprises are you in the market for this year? Just anything I can bring you?
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies? No hobbies? Do you like to play with any special kind of things? Do you like to play with computers or computers? Do you have all the computer games that you need?
No.
Which ones were you in the mood to have?
I don't know.
Just anything. Well, let me look at my report card on you. Doing very well in school. Working in school library. Is that right? And you received the Arrow of the Light Award in Scouting, the Governor's Reading Award, and working hard in Scouts.
Yeah.
Needs to continue your hard work in school. What does that mean? You have to keep working, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to be just a little more responsible too. Kind of like your brother, don't you?
Yeah.
First place in tumbling in the western U.S. Holy cow. What do you like to do in tumbling? What's your favorite thing to do?
I don't know.
Do you like to do you use inner tubes at all?
No.
Do you just do floor exercises?
No.
Do you just run and jump? What do you do? Tell me about your tumbling.
I don't know how to explain it.
Tell me what your passes.
Let's see. And a flip, and whip. Whip, two, whip, one.
And that's what you do, and that's what you like to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. What do you want for Christmas?
Some stompers, some clothes, some earphones, just some surprises.
Just some surprises. Let me look in my book here. I always like to get the list and then see the report. Okay. Arrow of the Light Award. You're on your way to be a Star Scout. Okay, and how are you doing at middle school?
Good and bad.
Good and bad. What don't you like about it? The teachers. Well, Mrs. Child is behind you. She wants you to do a little harder and get an A in math. I know that. Doesn't she? Do you think you can do that? You can do that. You can get an A in math, right? Okay. Work hard. Stay close to your family. What's the name of that guy you're playing in the Best Christmas Pageant?
Claude.
Claude. What does Claude do?
What does he do?
Yeah.
He yells.
He yells?
He whips people's out.
When is that play going to start?
It started.
It's already started?
Yeah. Is it last week?
Monday and Saturday and then it's over.
How many times a week are you in the play?
2.
Two times a week? And you're having a good time. Okay, well, now to the hard part. Have you been a good boy or a bad boy?
Oh boy.
Is that sweat on your forehead, Seth?
I think it is. He's starting to tremble and shiver, and I can feel him getting just a little perspiring.
Oh boy.
He's been good.
Well, are you ready for a 60-40?
I guess.
Okay, you want to be a 60 good and a 40 bad? You want to be 60 bad and 40 good? Okay. Well, I'll put that down, and then I'll have to reevaluate what you want for Christmas, okay? But you keep doing good in school and try hard, and I know it'll work out for you. Okay. Well, let me get you something right here. There you go. And Seth gets a good on the 40 side and a 60 on the bad side.
He didn't want the bad.
Well, now we get to the big kids. Now we're going to talk to the big kids, but before I get to the big kids, do you guys want to open your presents?
Yeah!
Okay, ready? Get set, go! Making spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Well, thank you very much. Now let's talk to the big kids, Don and Artis. I'm really glad to see you, May. How close was you to that?
That's our airplane.
Pardon me?
That was our airplane.
That was your airplane.
Yeah, and they took us off and it was about 2 weeks prior to us going over there. Otherwise, we'd been right in the middle of it.
Oh, boy. You betcha. Let me get...
I'm not going to miss an opportunity.
I wouldn't miss it either. Well, so you had a nice trip then. Okay, and that's kind of scary to be that close to something like that, isn't it?
No, we worked on it.
Just had a good time.
Yeah.
Well, what I brought you is I brought you a little bumper sticker. And that's when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. Does that kind of fit? It does kind of fit. And you had a good time and a good trip. Well, you got a very lovely family, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Okay. Now, is there anything you'd like to ask Santa?
I guess
Chickened out, huh?
Yes, I got chicken.
Okay. Well, you have a Merry Christmas. And there's your bumper sticker.
All right.
Okay, you betcha. Okay, Brent. Gotta get my helper back here. I heard that Maria Osmond has entered you in the Pee Wee Herman look-alike contest. Is that right? And that you took first place, so I'd like to give you a Pee Wee Herman look-alike contest award. Okay, and have a Merry Christmas. Tell me, Brent, have you been a good boy or a bad one?
That one.
50-50.
Take his child's opinion. He's been good.
And how about Don and Artis?
Oh, good.
60 here and 40 over
But we won't talk on which way, right?
Just plain good.
Just plain good, okay. Let me see what the next page reveals on the family. Okay, Tamara. Santa knows that money is hard to come by, and that you've been making beautiful doll clothes and beautiful clothes for everyone. And to help, here is some money so that you can burn it to get you by for next year. Okay. Now that's the legal way to earn that kind of tender. Okay. Well, you have a Merry Christmas. And have you been good or bad, Tamara?
I won't tell.
Oh. Won't tell Santa. Okay, Brian. Okay, Brian. I understand that your car has a few cosmetic problems. Is that right?
That's true.
And someone else said that you need some medication to clear up the zits that are coming out and coming to a head in the paint, all right? And here's some Oxy-10 to fix your car. Okay. Now, have you been a good boy or a bad one? A good boy. Okay. I hope that fixes your car. Okay, Jana. I peeked into the car and I noticed that your seat covers were kind of burned away. Okay? So I thought I'd give you these anti-gas tablets, and I hope it'll help you solve the problem. There you go. And I hope that fixes your car.
I hope so too.
Maybe some new covers will do it too. Okay. Now, have you been a good girl this year?
Good.
A good girl.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Lorraine.
Right here, Santa.
Lorraine, how are you?
Just fine.
You want to sit on my
I'm
lap?
afraid I'll break your knee.
Well, I'm not afraid. I've sat on a lot of people's laps and I never break their leg at all. Let me see. We're amazed at the amount of sewing you've done this year. So I'd like to give you an award for the crown of being the best costume queen of Weber County. All right, and here is your crown. Now you've got to put it on for the camera people. All right. Now, have you been a good girl or a bad girl? A good girl, okay. You know, I noticed your mustache when I came in, and I really like that. We're going to talk to Trace. Your new mustache is becoming, so you look alike to give an award of Magnum PU. And I'm going to give you the Magnum PU award for having the best looking mustache in your family. Now you got to come over and let me put it on your shirt.
It just really chokes me up, Santa.
It does. Well, I'm sorry. There you go. Right there.
Thank you.
And have you been a good boy this year?
I've been exceptionally good.
Well, I'm glad.
Does that sweat on your forehead?
That's a little sweat on his forehead.
Looks like a lot.
What's he been doing, Kyle?
Okay, Sherry. I felt so bad that you didn't get more lines in the play. So here's some more lines in case you can use them next year.
Thank you.
Okay?
You only gave me one line.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, this will help.
I think so.
Yeah.
If you could just
There's a
read,
lot.
if you'll just read between the lines.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Santa.
You betcha.
And we have a present for you.
Oh my
We know
golly.
you love scrapbooks, so we put one together of the past few years of the children, so you would have it when you were not busy delivering toys.
Thank you very
and
much.
you could see all the good that you've done for
Oh,
our family.
I know this guy right here. Yeah, that's old Santa. By golly, he's a jolly old soul, isn't he?
And today is Jana's birthday, and Mom's birthday's in 3 days, so we'd like to sing happy birthday to them.
Great.
Okay, Jana and Mom, come on up here. And the children wrote you not lists of what they want, but thank you letters.
Oh my
For all
golly.
you've done for them. And we have a card for you right there.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay. All right, come here. Let's get Jana and Grandma up for their birthday song.
Okay, everybody help us sing Happy Birthday to Grandma and Jana, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma and Jana. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday and many, many more.
Okay, Santa, if you don't mind, we'll have all the kids come up and stand by you.
That will be
Come on,
fine.
put your toys down. Put your toys down. It was
for you.
All of my friends get around me.
You go over between Kevin and Carrie.
You know, old Santa has a lot of places that he sees every year. And I look so forward to coming to see all of you children every year. You make Santa's Christmas bright.
Kneel on your knees, Courtney. Deborah, hand.
I can't get them all in.
Deborah, scoot over and Kristen, come right behind Deborah.
Sure, you can't.
Now, while I get them all up here, I bet that I would love to have them sing Silent Night with me. Can you do that? Okay, let's start with Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy then. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer used to very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join the many reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. All right, well, thank you very much. Did we get all the pictures we needed?
I think we. Oh, I think we did, didn't we? Yes. Thank.
What's up? You're so good.
Set these, what? Set these up and she asked me to pass them out. And what you get to do is there are You see there are 5 different kinds.
You better not do this one, Shauna. Seemed to me you had bad luck last year, didn't you?
This is just
I did too.
This is just for the grandchildren.
What is it?
This is, I hate these. Last year with the walnuts.
Then it's your turn to be lucky.
Oh. Choices, and they can be, have to be different colors. And these are from Ruben. So, Josh, do you want to start?
Don't blow it,
Go for
Josh.
it,
Don't
Josh.
blow it, buddy. Bear down,
I
Josh.
hate these.
Don't scratch it, bud. Come on, bud.
Take 2. Take 1. Make just 1 for me.
Ooh.
Dad.
No, not the same color. Different color.
Far.
That one? Okay, you take that. All right, who's the next oldest?
Me.
Jessica.
Okay, Josh, hold on to him for a minute, because you may want to make a trade with him.
Don't eat them.
Should be a game show.
Yeah.
It is. It's Chuck Woolery. Bob Barker. And it's Bob Barker.
Okay, who's the next
It's Aunt
oldest?
Alex and Rebecca.
All right, Car. Oh, pressure's on.
Come
Car.
on, Bones. No!
Take the longest one. The longest one will hold the most, Carly. Ask your dad about that.
What theory was that on?
Okay, who's
Oh,
next?
pretty good, Car.
Nice pick, Bones.
Way to go with the old-fashioned Christmas paper. Can't go wrong with that.
Seth knows what he's doing. Who's next?
Jeff, double walnut.
Such a nerd.
Oh for 2, 0 for 2. Worst pick of the bunch.
Josh, do you want to change? Are you happy with what you have?
Change. Yeah. Reeks of confidence. I know I messed up.
Can't be the same color. Okay.
Nice
Every-
choice, Josh.
Do you want to change?
Yeah, Deb, go ahead. Hey, what?
Which one do you want to change? You want to give me which one back and which one do you want to take? Give me that one back. Okay. Which one do you? Uh-oh. Everybody's got one of those. Okay, thank you. You happy?
Oh, Jay, she knows a great pick when she feels one.
Huh? You're happy?
Which one should I put back? How to keep one of them? Watch, I'll
Those are good ones. I thought so too. I was hoping you'd go back.
Which one?
This is Arnie's size crowd. Control everything.
Especially with the age. That's what he means.
Whoa,
She
some
doesn't like
green.
them bigger.
Josh, some green.
Wow.
$1.
Got a dollar, huh?
Hey!
What's the other one? Josh?
There's nothing down there.
Okay.
Open your other one.
Not a great deal, Josh. You just better shut up, buddy.
And what there is, there's a $20 bill in one of them.
Oh my
There's a
god.
$5 bill in one, and there's a $1 bill in one,
I got the one with the 3
and
candies.
there's a no dollar bill in one.
Jessica got the double walnut.
Be careful so you don't tear any money that might be in there.
Josh? Josh?
Huh?
Wait a minute, do you want to trade? Don't look. What do you think?
Yeah.
Which one, do you want to, okay, which one do you want?
Think?
Yes, I think.
We better have her put in
You
his
can
hand
unload
now.
your red.
Yeah.
That one? Okay.
Okay, Josh.
Okay, Josh,
You get the 20, I'll kill you.
Get the 20, I'll kill me.
Get the 20 and you're dead.
$1.
What do you think you got there, Car?
You're not paying attention here.
Josh, gotta turn these. I'm next. Josh?
You see something in there?
He goes a little sigh of relief, I know.
Gosh, Josh.
Be very careful.
It's not
You may get it all before mail to the chance.
Josh, let
Josh?
her help you.
Josh?
Huh?
Do you want to change? Huh?
No.
Huh?
No, he doesn't. He knows money.
Do you want me to help you?
How much tape did you put on them? Rip it.
This
yeah.
right, this
One
right
strip.
there. Now, I think it will unroll.
Very interesting. We'll get some money.
Ooh, it's a 5.
Whoa, a 5.
Okay,
Okay, I go now.
Rolls.
Every, are you happy?
I might try this one.
Right.
What color did Josh get it in?
Can't look.
Well, now don't give him clues. That's pretty nice. You got $6.
Nice
All
job.
right, Joshua. We got two in the back.
Damn, I see green.
I got 5.
All right.
You want to change the other one? Or do you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, this girl.
Okay.
Let me see that one first, though, Deb.
We're on Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
Can't take
Did you feel that?
Same one you had.
I know. I can't say
You
it.
feel it?
I changed both of them. I got the 5s.
Okay.
I got the 20.
Good choice.
Okay, Deb.
Good choice. You got the little red one?
Yeah, I got it.
You know, wait a minute. Before you open that, did you notice what Josh opened?
Is it the
First
door?
one had $1 in it?
No?
Look at the wrapper.
What wrapper?
Oh, what have you got? What does it have in it? You want to trade?
No. $1.
That's right, Carly.
I want to stay with
You want to stay with that?
Just for my $1.
it. Watch, I'll get 0.
Way to be decisive, Carl.
Are you sure?
No. Watch, I'll get.
I'm putting you on TV, Carl.
I got the 20.
Talking bucks. Oh. Do you want to trade your other one?
No.
You're happy with that, huh?
All right, bone squat. How about a bone?
She's your face went white.
Okay, well, she's doing that. Do you want to trade, Seth?
I do.
She doesn't see money.
I don't want
Trade
these.
that one? Or which one?
What?
Car doesn't see a lot of money. Is my skirt.
Okay.
Justice, Carly.
Yeah, you
What
stuck out.
is me?
You got zip?
Yes.
Okay, Seth traded.
Did you
want
get a
to
20
trade
and a
it?
nothing?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to trade?
I don't know.
Okay, hurry, Seth.
I got a 20.
Let's see this wrapper, Carl.
Before we put those in, let's, well,
No.
Just that side.
No.
I got 20.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, I got $40 now.
Good deal. Open your other one, Jeff.
now what did Jess get? You can't. He can't.
You can't trade both of them?
Uh-uh.
Oh. Liar.
That one to beat.
Oh, I must have misunderstood.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Yes, you can open one of yours if you like. Well, Seth is.
I don't like this.
I got a 5.
You got $5.
Okay.
That's the maximum.
25.
Maximum.
Maybe you could try one of those.
Okay.
Can I trade?
What have you got?
A 5 and a win.
Which, you want to trade your 5 for another choice?
Whatever, no. Trade the 1.
I wet or wet?
The 5, which one do you want to trade?
I got
Which one do you want to choose?
zip. Oh, well, I have it.
Take him a piece of paper. Tell him you got a piece of paper. Excuse me, Rome.
Okay, dear.
Carly, you got one you'd like to trade?
Give him back the paper.
Don't give him the 20.
Paper, Carter.
Give him the paper.
Do you want to trade your one?
Paper, please. There it is.
No. No. You have to hold it in your hand the whole time or it doesn't
I
count.
paper. You took it. You took it from me.
Hey, Deb scored big.
What did Deb get?
28,
Deb got a 20. Good. Now you've got 25.
Harley gets some paper.
I just
go.
saw a bill there. Here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Help him.
Trade.
Okay.
I can trade for you one of those? I can see the $1 bill.
Look, I got the 5. Now how much have you got, Gertrude?
Okay.
Oh, you got 20.
Hey, Josh got a 20.
You
Wow.
got 25?
Yeah.
You get 25, Josh?
Do you know how much money that is?
You did?
25.
Carly?
What?
What did you get, Jeff?
5.
You got 25?
Yeah, now I have $36.
Carter, can you get a sore finger from opening paper?
Put it all together and they can take
Sure, where was Lulu when I had to go
Okay.
Christmas shopping?
Yeah, you guys give all of it to me and I'll take them on to dinner.
Dad. No.
When you talk to Lulu next time, thank her for wrapping all those up for you.
Yeah, be sure and thank Lulu. Won't
You
you?
did what?
Got a wet.
Oh,
And Bard and Trace and
Yeah,
Sherry
trade that
and
in.
Marianne, you thank her for your basketball tickets. Okay.
Do you want to trade the one for one more chance?
Oh, wait a minute.
Good color.
No more chances.
The green one.
Green. Green.
Watch, I'll get zipped. I will.
Okay, let's.
They're also gorgeous.
Aren't they pretty?
I'll taste it, man.
Josh,
What is that to do?
get something.
Mom, would you take this? And if you...
Dad.
Me? All right. See, I wasn't all that bad.
Oh, that's coming.
Me from Sean Christian.
Got something in it, though.
I know, we've already opened it.
Well, here's for Seth.
What?
From Seth. To who? From.
Just put your arm around me.
Whose is this? Whose is this, Mom? Mom, whose is this?
What color is it?
Purple.
Oh, we even
Must be mine then.
Must be yours.
We even had
Look, Grandma. Grandma.
Oh, you're kidding. What'd you have?
That's it. It is.
She fixed.
A present fell out. Oh my gosh. Any more? Oh, how cute. What is this?
I would,
What's this? Oh, how cute. Another present. Can we open these?
Yes, if they were in your sock, you can.
Oh my gosh. Grandpa, look, 2 boxes. 2 boxes. Oh, cool. Oh my gosh, how cute.
Oh, a camera for your Cabbage Patch doll, Josh.
How cute. Grandpa, look. Little earrings in it.
Here, let me see it.
Did.
I got that one on tape,
yeah,
Trace.
yeah, look beside this.
Some cologne.
Isn't that pretty?
Seth's gonna
Grandpa,
have
look at Grandma, Grandpa. Another one.
some sand painting. Show Grandpa.
Grandma.
Come bring it over here, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, come here, bring it.
I seen those guys doing a sand paintings. Also,
Oh, wow.
They just
Little toys.
start out with this sand on the bottom.
Choose. Oh.
Oh, how cute, Josh.
It's your turn, Deb.
Okay.
Putting this on my doll right now.
Oh, our...
Traveler. Scotland. Scotland.
Let's see.
It's got a Russia. It's got a tooth.
Oh, how cute.
See?
Yes, yes.
Hey, Deb, way to go.
Oh, cute. And it's got a tooth.
Okay, paper over here. Thank you. All right, Seth's turn.
Hey, what's it say, Josh? Harvey Victor.
Harvey Victor.
Oh, no.
What's your doll's name,
I
Deborah?
can't see it.
Oh,
It's probably a cute name. Look.
oh cute.
Canada. Oh my Holland. Canada.
Let's
Look at
see,
these.
Josh. Turn around.
Grandma. Dad, where's his
Oh,
hat
aren't
go?
they cute?
Grouch Pill.
Oh my heck, it's Zara.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I forgot. Is it Farrell?
Yeah, it's Zara.
Oh, wow.
Feral.
What is he, Josh?
Cabbage Patch Kitty Bag. Look.
How neat.
A different one.
Tell your uncle, you got him.
In a sleeping bag.
Oh,
look.
my
Bring him over to Grandma.
Wow.
Is he heavy?
Yeah. Go, Dad. My turn? Oh, it's where's your hat? Just what I wanted.
My goodness.
Not many
Look
people
at-
get them.
He's hard to find. Santa
I'm so bad. Happy. Oh, how cute. It's a pony. Look, how cute.
Wow, Deb.
Look how cute. Oh, how cute. And her name is Elsa Mara. The same as her last name. Middle name.
Is that right?
See?
They must be sisters.
How cute.
Deborah, let me get Seth for a minute.
Has it got the batteries in yet?
Oh, this is the cutest hat.
It does?
They come with batteries.
Those neat.
meet some of my other friends, too. We're going to have lots of good times together.
Oh, Josh, that's all right.
I've always wanted a cat.
Ooh,
Jesse, a box.
that new one.
You need some help? Are you Josh? No.
Oh, that's such a good box.
Oh yeah, Josh, don't let Daddy open that box. We'll save that box. Good.
Nice.
Want me to go get a knife?
Well, I hope so.
These look so nice.
Said you can get a sand.
Pomona! Is how cute.
Who's that from her?
No.
Santa.
Santa.
Oh, it's a Cabbage Patch thing. It says, I love my mommy, I love my daddy.
All right. While you're doing that, Deborah, Seth, you can open one.
It has a weird note on the back.
What does it say? Read it.
Oh my gosh, stickers.
It says, Dear Seth, it's plain to see this is what you really wanted from me. I know you've waited an entire year, so here's your present, my dear. Take good care of it, and then you'll never have to use a pen. It's from Santa. Oh my heck. Let's hope this one works. Battery off the
Sharpener.
Oh.
You know what you have to do to use it though, don't you, Seth?
My turn.
You have to wear your pencils out.
Hey, it's got batteries in it.
A brush. We have a brush. Ah, the clean and shine shoes.
I got a beauty bag.
What is this? Oh, they're sandals. How cute. How cute. Grandma, look.
Neatman doesn't open.
Well, that's the trick.
Hey, this is one nice box.
Grandma, look. Now I have glasses.
Oh, look at that.
This. And this.
Isn't it? You're welcome. Pass it over. Someone back can see it.
A watch.
Cute with the ballerina.
We need to. It's not set, is it, Deborah?
No, it's Santa.
Oh, we'll set it.
What, Daddy?
It is something. Wow, a record player.
A record player.
A very own record player. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's nice.
I better wrap these back.
Boy, you tell everybody's burning this morning, huh?
This is from Mom and Dad.
Oh, they are.
A what?
Crayola marker set.
Hair dryer. You won't have to come up and hog our bathroom.
This is neat.
How super.
Mom, these are neat markers. Look at it. Turn it off.
My girls are pretty well.
They make that mark, they make that, that.
Oh,
See, look, they have two of them. And then
Oh, they are.
one fat.
Oh, Seth, that's cute. Look at that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
What did Josh get?
It's Daddy's turn.
What did Josh just get?
A record player.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, put your jacket back on your bear.
No, it's mine, it's mine. Dad, the jacket.
No, put his jacket back on.
Oh, all right.
Oh, Daddy.
Close.
Nice, thank you.
Nice.
Whose turn now?
Josh.
Josh is going to be all day on doing his.
Yeah, his big time.
He's got
How come we got my double cassette?
what?
I have one hiding in one
Cassette
closet.
player for your very own.
Oh my gosh. This is from
Oh,
Santa.
they're pretty.
I'm saving all my balls, Mom.
Time to get to be 60, that's the name of
Bananas! Oh boy.
both.
Oh, It's just a doll.
What is it?
It's Pamela!
Oh, Jeffrey! Yay!
Mom.
She's beautiful.
How fun.
Mom, this is from you and Dad.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I finally got her.
Yeah.
She's
Back
so
to the
special.
future.
We have a hard time finding powder maze anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Santa had it.
Poor kitty. Here, Kitty's gonna be with you. Mom, I finally got one too.
Nephew said I could have one and I couldn't find it.
They were all out, but they'll get more. Oh, Teddy Ruxpin tapes.
Boy.
Oh, for me. Since you were there when I got it. Look at that paper. Isn't that cute? That paper's...
This is really easy. Do you want me to hurry it?
Oh, exercise outfit.
Sure, that's the band.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Because-
looks like the band.
No, it's the wires go up the back so it'll hold
You want
them.
me to save this wrapping paper, Mom?
Yes. Be careful with it.
I'll try.
While Deborah's doing that, Trace, why don't you open one?
Hey, I'm trying to be careful.
I thought we had picked up all of this stuff.
Huh? Gee,
Dad,
yeah.
open mine from you.
What?
Oh, I'd like to.
You what?
Horsehair.
To Dad, Merry Christmas. And it's got candy on it.
And he has
The
some.
card says, I hope your Christmas is a happy one. Love Deborah Dawn. Here's the card. You're just like me and sweet.
Dad, you gotta be careful with it.
Oh, Deborah, that's beautiful.
She painted that for you.
Just pull it out, Dad.
That's really nice.
I can't.
You
Stay
did a
down.
good job.
Thank you, Dad. Can I open this, Mom?
Let's see.
A model.
Ah, model. How fun.
Mom, I'm kind of ripping this.
It's okay, just cute.
Oh,
It's a paint chip.
I think it's taped together. Show me, Deborah. Let me see it.
This is full of garbage. Look at that box.
Hey. Oh, Deb, isn't it neat?
Do we want to save this paper, Mom?
What have you got, Josh?
Put your hairdryer back in there in case it doesn't work.
Posable action wear and roller skates.
It's tape. Okay.
We came home last night and there were presents all over our front step from Burley.
No, it's Dad's turn. I say that's.
Don't twist it all around.
No, don't twist it, honey.
It's my turn now, okay?
That's
This is from Santa, so nobody knows what to do.
Aren't they funny? Oh. Look at him.
Oh, how cute.
I
Look.
know,
You get
this
that?
is horrible.
I know. I wondered about him.
I got 2 boxes of candy.
I just thought they were so neat looking.
Those don't fly very fast.
Oh, glow bag.
All right, Josh, talk to your paper.
Okay, Trace, open one.
Look. It's running. There, I stick it back together. Except his
How are
head.
you doing, Mom?
Terrible. I can't get the hands through.
Mom.
I guess they really want it skin tight, don't they? What, Seth? Let's see him. Oh, isn't he neat? Look at his head move back and forth.
Don't change the feet. It's the hands.
Whose turn is it now? Mine?
Oh, look.
Is it my turn now?
It's
I'll bet that's for my office.
That's
yeah,
for
right,
your
Dad,
office.
you're right. That's There's a case.
What's in it?
It's a transformer case.
Open it up and tell us what's in it.
Who's it from?
Santa.
Whoa! Look at all these tapes.
Records.
Records. Yeah, from my record player.
Wow.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Trace's.
Okay, then it's mine, right? I was kind of ripped up, Dad. All my presents are
Praise from
soft.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
And they fit.
They fit.
Good. Yes.
This
had your name on it,
It
Seth.
just says Seth, but I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, is this for me or for the dog?
It's for the dolls.
Let's see, Dad.
It's their doll.
Ah.
Okay, this is to me from...
But it's for you, Deborah.
Trust me, Seth.
It's a comb. Oh my
It's
gosh.
a brush.
The brush sound.
Annette, have you got it on yet, Grandpa?
Dad, look at this.
Oh, you got them through.
Look at this brush,
You're gonna have to
Mama.
leave it on, Grandpa.
I think this doll is going to be dressed in this.
Anybody that
Yes.
takes this off,
It's crazy.
Good looking.
Can't. Oh.
Josh, you got some paper right there.
Got a hairdryer, some hairspray. Now all I need is some toothbrushes for my electric toothbrush.
Don't we have some of those trays in the bathroom?
Mama, I only have one, and then look at them. Oh, yeah. Open your biggest one next.
I'm opening. Ugh, heavy. This is the I can't lift it up.
Okay, whose turn
Okay.
is it? Mine.
Hey, Josh.
Then it's my turn, right?
Ugh, heavy this.
Oh my God.
Let me see. Not heavy.
Hey, Deb.
Then
Move
feel
back,
how
babe.
Then feel how light this is.
What is it?
Leave it there, leave it.
I want to see something.
A transformer.
Another
Wow.
one. I got one. The captain. Now I have the other one.
Good, Trace.
Oh, how weird. Look, Mom.
That'd be neat. I got gray because it matched your watch.
Well, thank you.
I'm opening my little one. Oh, my goodness.
A camera.
Oh my goodness.
And a scrapbook to put
Oh,
my
look at that.
photos in.
Okay, his turn.
I see your camera.
Give it to Grandpa and let him load it for you.
It's your turn, I think. It's my turn?
It's
Your turn, Josh.
Joshua's turn.
yeah,
Then my
anybody wants to
turn, right?
take that out, good luck.
Just forget it, huh? Just let her stay,
Here,
huh?
I'll keep her in that then. That's the...
Oh.
Let Grandpa do it.
I want to take some pictures today.
Okay, hand it to...
Here, Grandpa.
Hey, Seth, can you have me candy?
Here you go.
Candy
Yeah,
cane?
come here.
Here you go, Debbie. Here's some candy.
Candy cane.
See, Grandma, look.
Oh,
Yeah.
it stays.
A
Here.
lock.
A lock.
Here.
Cute. Okay, Trace.
No, it's my turn.
We'll let Trace
No, go
open.
ahead, Debbie.
Do you want to go get the one?
Oh, God. Let's see, which one is it? I'm going to take a guess. That was me. I had to look.
This is to me from
Really? Okay.
Does Bernie them have any?
It was.
Who was that?
Well,
Wow.
Got your boxes there.
what is it, Josh? Oh, from Burley. How cute.
This is to me from my dad.
Oh, look at Deborah's puppets.
Holy cow, you got a mandarin.
Hold it.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
I
Seth.
got another puppet in here, too.
Try it on.
I got another puppet.
Yeah, it's a sharp
Like a
color.
pilot jacket.
Probably is. She's all mixed up.
Oh, Seth,
I
that
had a
looks
pilot
good, Mark.
jacket too, but it came with a pitchfork.
Did it?
I'd have to go out and pilot from one place to another.
Oh, yes.
Pocket there. Pocket there.
Let's see, Deborah. Let's see that one. Now, we expect a nightly puppet show from you guys.
Seth can horse around and
We can
and
dance around.
Deborah can dance around.
I still got no prize person. Prize person.
I did too.
Cute.
See, that's not.
The tree. This is empty.
Stickers.
Don't ask me at age.
stand up.
So tell them when and count for them. No, not that far
I
away.
can't see
Just
it.
get the tree in it.
It's blurry.
Honey, it's just somebody's finger on
You
it.
got dirty lens cover there.
Cute. Rudolph's cute. Ready?
Ready?
One, two, three.
You didn't pull the flash out.
So I did.
It didn't flash.
I still got presents to open.
We'll see ya. Bye.
We opened them all.
Yeah, he did.
And now it's my turn. Okay, now it's my turn.
Bye.
Bye. This is from Mom and Dad. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, I will. Whatever we got.
Where'd she get you?
A real.
Salt from the Great Salt Lake.
You can open it, but you can't eat it. You can open it, but you can't eat it. It's 2 sets from Joshua. Oh, I'm sitting here still. I'm doing things.
Well, put them back in so you don't lose them.
Hey, thanks, Fleur. You're welcome. What is it? That's what I wanted. What is it? Oh, Transformers.
Put it with your school stuff.
Okay, my turn. I open it from... I haven't opened the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Joshua still got lots of them. This is from Joshua. Whoa, gosh, that's a little enough. Oh, how cute. Oh, goody goody. Oh, how cute. That's what I wanted.
A nightlight.
How cute. Look, from Joshua.
Oh, that matches your bracelet and your necklace. That purple one.
Yeah, we do. Small and purple. Okay, this one's from Seth. And your locker. No, that's Except for Mrs. Oh my gosh! So I told you they had black earrings. Thank you, Seth. I love this camera.
You know what the rules are?
Tell him the rules, Dad.
We're going to increase your allowance by $1 a week. You need to get paid for the bill, okay?
Mom, I love this.
Okay, Josh, go ahead.
That's all mine.
Why don't we sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and I'll turn off the video. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a
Harry. Well,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, tickets for Dom. Kevin, your dog's on the floor.
Sit down. Sit right here on the floor. Sit right here. Right here. Just sit
Devery.
where you are.
Hey, Deborah, take that popcorn to the missionaries and tell them it's from our family.
Right there.
I did. I took it to his house.
Hi. Hi, Trace. How are you? Pretty good. Good. How are you? I'm doing well. Good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Does this go too long?
Doing video.
But it's real heavy.
That's something I'd say about kill you, bro.
Where's my name? Lucky guess. Let's see. This is for the